Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Parent. Thanks for coming in today. How are you doing?
Doing great, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, great. Thanks. Yourself?
Same here. Glad to see you. It's great to meet with parents in person after all the virtual conversations.
Very true. Zoom and email are fine, but nothing beats a face to face conversation, right?
Right.
Child is also very happy to be back in the physical classroom with her friends.
Great to hear. Why don't we sit down over here for the meeting? I have some water and snacks on the table, so please help yourselves.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Thanks again for coming in. As you know from the email that I sent last week, today's meeting is simply to talk about child and her progress and development in class thus far. This is meant to be an open discussion so that we can all be on the same page regarding child's growth and plan for success going forward. So having said that, how do you think child has done so far this year based on their homework, grades, and reports you've received from the school and myself this year?
I think she has been doing okay. However, I feel like she's not being challenged enough. She is a very bright child, and I don't see her coming home with enough work. If she's not being challenged, she will be lazy. Can you give her some extra work to complete at home?
I never see Child doing her homework at home. She's always happily watching Peppa Pig or SpongeBob on the weekends.
That's because she doesn't have enough homework.
Mm, Maybe she needs to move up a level since Child is very clever and needs more work. But we want Child to be happy.
Ah, yes, I see, and totally understand your concerns. I have noticed similar trends and behaviors myself, and it seems as if we have some different views on child's progress. So this meeting will serve to make sure we all are on the same page and build strategies together. Before we discuss homework, concerns, and areas to improve, I would like to highlight some of the positives that child has shown this year. It's important to understand where they are succeeding before analyzing the areas which they can improve. Before I start, can you share some positives that you've noticed?
Well, she gets good grades and she seems quite happy. She's always talking about what you did in class today.
I come home late from work every night, so I only see Child for maybe around 10 minutes a day.
Okay, thanks for sharing. I agree, child's grades have been quite strong for most of the past year. In fact, I'd like to share with you one in-class assignment we completed this past week in which she did an excellent job. So this is a worksheet where we had to read a story from our Adventures Around the World storybook. The students were required to pick one story, read that story, create questions about that story, and then write an answer key for the worksheet, which could then be shared and completed by the other students in groups. Child demonstrated excellent critical thinking, analyzing, writing, and organizational skills in this activity. And if I'm being honest, it really impressed me.
Yes, she is an excellent reader, but she needs to be challenged more.
I just want my child to be happy and learn. How can we help Child at home?
Okay, well, first we would need to determine the learning goals. What would you like child to achieve?
To skip a level?
Yes, child is bright enough to skip a grade. How can we make this happen?
Well, while child has shown a lot of improvement and has strong abilities, they do not warrant her skipping a level at this point. Child is performing well in her current classes, is being challenged appropriately, and is enjoying her learning. If she skips a level, she won't have enough of a foundation or prerequisite skills to complete the tasks required at the next level. And not being able to perform well would then discourage her, take away the enjoyment she is currently experiencing in her learning process, and could extinguish some of her curiosity. Here, you can take a look at the work in the next grade, which child may struggle with in terms of collaboration with others.
But she often complains that she's bored in the classroom and always finishes her work before the other students. Doesn't that mean that the work is too easy for her?
I agree with you there. I have noticed her starting to finish work a bit earlier than previously in the year. This is good as it means she is progressing, but also suggests certain accommodations could be made for her in order to challenge her a bit more in certain areas. What I will do is prepare additional exercises/activities for her to work on when she finishes her work before the other students. One area in particular that she needs to develop, however, is working in groups. She is a phenomenal individual learner, but doesn't seem to thrive when put in teams and has to work with others. From this, it's clear that one skill area we can focus on developing is her collaboration skills. This means more time spent on group work and additional guidance from me in terms of helping her participate up to her potential in a group. How does this sound, and what are some things you both could do at home to help her continue building on those collaboration skills we will focus more on in class?
Sounds okay. I have noticed she is quite shy around kids she doesn't know. Thank you for committing to challenging her. I suppose we can do something at home, maybe introduce her to some team sports. She is quite active and loves running around outside. So perhaps registering her with a team could help her build these collaboration skills outside of the classroom.
She tried soccer a few times, but she didn't enjoy it. Remember? Maybe sports isn't her thing.
That's because you dropped her off and left her alone. I will enroll her in the after-school theater program. She's always running around the house singing Let It Go and assuming all sorts of dramatic personalities. Maybe she's into drama.
That's because she forgot her cleats.
Excellent. I think enrolling her in the school theater program is a great idea. If you need any assistance with that, please let me know. Mrs. Bonnegard is the theater teacher, and she's a close friend, so I'd be happy to mention something to her about getting child started off on the right track. I'll also ask her to keep an eye on her to assist child with the transition if she needs it. And I will make sure to implement some accommodations for child to challenge her more, as well as focus on building her collaboration skills to better and more effectively perform within groups. Is there anything else you'd like to share or discuss with respect to child?
Well, I know you said she may not quite be ready for the next level or to skip a grade, but I'm still interested in knowing if that would be possible and how that would work if we would like her to skip a grade.
Sure. Give me a few days to talk with the head of the department and get back to you. Please do not tell child that she will or may be skipping a level, however, as she may be disappointed if it doesn't happen, or be sad thinking she is leaving her friends.
I just want child to be happy. She is a good student.
Yes, she is. She works hard. Thank you so much for coming in today. I look forward to working with both of you to help child reach her full potential. I'm always available during school hours via email. If you ever have any questions, concerns, or would like to chat about child's progress and development, please feel free to reach out at any time. I will get back to you in a few days with respect to what is required for a student to skip a grade.
Thank you so much, Teacher David. We really appreciate your time and for looking out for our precious child.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks a lot, man. Take care.